Today on episode 110 of Look What Just Found, we are going to go through another penny roll. Now, like yesterday's, the one with the V, I'm going to call that a V, or maybe it's a check. I think that this is someone's cherry-picked rolls, and they want to know if they get them back from the bank, so they put a little check mark on it. Well, with that said, we found the key variety yesterday. What was it? The I think it was the 1962 double die obverse. So I'm really kind of excited and like to see what we can find on another one of these rolls, because I'm not sure what this person is looking for. Obviously, it's not copper. I mean, if these were all zinc, I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I would be really turned off by going through it, because that would mean that they took all the copper out. You know what I'm saying? Wow, what a beauty! Look how clean that field is. Wow. Let me set this up a little better. Let me take a sip of coffee so I could really tune my vision in. Yeah. So yesterday was something else. To find that key variety yesterday was really a treat. Yeah, it had me really, really excited yesterday. I started talking about what I was cooking for dinner, and why, if I had to pick what type of sea creature I was, I'd be a sea turtle. It was hilarious, man. I talked to my wife about it afterwards. We were laughing. 2006. This is, I keep looking at this scent because it's just, what a beauty this one is, right? I mean, I did order, so just, I think I mentioned this in the video yesterday. I think I did. Um, I ordered a proof set. Look at that. I have to look at that carefully. What year is this? 88. You see that there, right? I'm going to let you look at it to see if you see what I'm seeing. I'll give you a minute to check it out. I'm going to look under the loop first before I say anything. Oh, man. The only question is, what is it? A blizzard? A lizard? You see, I can't, has to be, I shouldn't say it has to be, right? So I don't know if you noticed it, but that's what I was looking at. And there's another two lines going through the O. But of course, it has to be dirty right there. I just want to check out. I'm zoomed in. I want to check out the other serifs. Serifs. What a word, huh? Serif. You know what? I don't want. I try to keep everything on this channel nice and loose. Where is it at? There it goes. Nice and loose. But one thing I don't like doing is saying something and then Serif refers to either the mark or line that can sometimes appear at the end of a character's stroke. Or the collective name or typeface that use serif in their design. Oh, gotcha. So the serif, right? It's like the tops of the columns and the bottoms of the columns would be the serifs. I mean, if you thought about it in that kind of. Oh, okay. So a font is the actual letter. Well, font is it a font? We have to look at the definition. A font is a specific style of text that's printed on a page or displayed on a computer screen. It's also the name for the container that holds the water. Yeah, I know, like a font of knowledge and all that. All right. Well, all right. So you know what? Serif would not be the. I mean, I guess you would say serif if you're talking about the edges of the letter, but that's not that. So the tops and the bottom of the M would be the serif, and the edges and all that. So it's not a serif, even though it is an interesting word. And I don't even know if saying the font would be correct terminology. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Got a little too deep on that. And I guess it was good that I did because I would have kept saying serif like a big dummy. But on the N, I guess that's where we're at on this now. On the N, you can see, you know what? Let me hit the light real quick. Yeah, there you go. You can see those lines going through it. And you see similar ones going through the O, but not the E, right? No. But then look over here on the E. You see between, there's like something on the field. Anyway, that I don't know. I don't know if that's a if it's a strike through, but if it's on the die, then it would be a die clash, right? So that's the question. But it can't be on the die because then it would be raised upward, right? If it was a die clash, it would be raised upward. Yeah, so I'm thinking it's a I don't know. I don't know. Or another, I guess it's a strike through. Regardless, I think it's a strike through. Okay, so we're gonna keep that as a strike through. Hopefully, I'll put it on a piece of paper. Instead of using, this is what I do now. Instead of using whole sticky notes, I grab one of these. A little, and I'll just put I'll put die clash. Excuse me, strike through. What do we say? O and N. Okay. Until I figure out, I know there's a website that talks about different parts of the coin. I have that actually, so I'm just being lazy, and I don't want to make that. Uh, I don't want to belabor the point. So I have that. It's a little piece of paper, right? And when I find something that I think I'm going to forget, right? By the time I get through these pennies, I'm gonna forget at the end. Okay, let's take the light off. The light's good for that one instant when I need to see. I need to be brighter, but otherwise, I don't like it. See, watch. If I put the light on now, and if I take it off, I think there's more contrast with the light off. This one's got a line going straight through the middle. You know what? I could put that one to the side. I could show that little line in a short. What I do for the shorts is, even if um, even though it's not something of value, I'll still show it. Remember, this is in a large part, this is entertainment, right? It's a hobby, right? It's a hobby, and I think there's for some people it's not a hobby. I get it. I get it. This isn't not for nothing. This isn't the channel for you. Then you know what I mean. If you're looking for a very hardcore, I see that in his face. I gotta look. I zoom in on that. Um, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Terminology heavy channel. This isn't the one for you. Uh, I don't know what those are on the face. I'm gonna say strike through because it's very angular, and actually it looks very similar. If you look above the eye and at the corner of the mouth, you know what? Let's zoom in on that. I guess that would help, right? Let's put the light on again. Right there. Ah, I don't know. Die clash? Die clash means you have to be able to see something from another penny or another type of coin. I don't know what that is. Interesting. Yeah, this is a hobby. It's supposed to be fun. You know, I think so anyway. I don't know. Maybe some people would disagree with me. Some people will disagree with me on that. Um, I can't believe all the interesting anomalies I'm seeing on all of these pennies. 9 out of 10 of them, it's just damage. But the first one we looked at was probably a strike through. Very specific, angular. See, to me, this almost looks like copper, but I know it's not. It has such a beautiful coppery looking tone to it. 83 figures. Let me pull the scale out. It's funny that I said how coppery it looks, right? Then it's an 83. It's a nice misaligned die. Something's going on in the end there. You see that? Well, let's weigh it first. 2.55. Okay, so it's within tolerance. Let me look at that eye. I think it's hard to tell. I think it's just dented. Could be something wrong with the die. Obviously, the die is misaligned or tilted or both. Has a nice purple violet tone to it. Also, it's a nice. This is a nice penny. I don't think it has any value to it. You know what I mean? Any significant value. But it's definitely it's worth looking at. If someone collected misaligned dies, they'd probably save that one. 98D. 98D. Wow. Huh. Let me look at that under the loop. Question is it raised? No, it's not raised. It's cool, man. So it starts towards the edge, but yeah, I can see some. It's not really on the rim either. It's so difficult to tell, and it goes through the N, but then it stops at the edge of the N, and then it starts again on the field past the end. And it's not, like I said, it's not really on the. I guess it looks like it's on the rim there, but it's really not. Interesting. Another interesting bunch of interesting stuff. The only one that I see so far that has potential value is the is this one. Holy moly. 64. 64p double die reverse. Oh, okay. So it doesn't matter. It's not the D. They don't have a 64D key variety. I mean, according to the mat, it doesn't really matter because. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look at all of the letters, the serifs, the, what's the other word I said? The fonts. All right. Let's see. Does the light help? I don't know. We'll see. You know what? Let's zoom in. All right. Now let's see what happens if I take the light off. It does give it a little bit more contrast with the light off. All right. So obviously there's a bunch of stuff going on here. Yeah. Let's see how close I can get. Well, the cool thing about the light is that it does give you a different type of view. Oh, wow. But you lose that contrast, though, a little bit. I had to zoom out a little bit. It was shaking too much. All right. So we're going to come back on this 1994 and the D in a second. I don't like that dirt around the top of the D. I feel like there's something there, especially if it's a repunch and it's a double die. But let's look at the rest of the letters. Because it says P is the key variety. The right side is floating. Left side isn't. Oh, boy. Oh, wow. All right. I'm going to see the E and the S, and even in the impervious. I wonder what all right, we'll go in a little bit more on that, a little deeper if we can. I really like that two-tone effect it has. Let me look at that. I'm gonna say that is not double dyed on the reverse, even though that is really strange. I just can't tell what it is, and so I always try to judge on the side of error. And I'm looking at the date now. I'm gonna just see if I can wipe off a little bit of the dirt without, if making it look cleaned, just a little bit. Yeah, that was okay. Well, it's definitely interesting, that's for sure. And it's hard for me to tell. I mean, it almost looks like something with the six. The six is what's going on with this. It's the six. Okay, so let me get a good thumbnail going on here. I'll do it like that, and we'll do it with the light on. The D does not look repunched. That's number one. But all the numbers look. I guess it's all the numbers have some look weird, almost like I don't know, like a die clash going through the numbers or something. I'm not sure. I think that makes a nice thumbnail right there. So if I can get a little closer. That's so cool. All right. Well, we found another cool one. Does that one have value? It might. I mean, I would have to really try to determine um, whether or not 92. We're looking for the close AM. um, that is an error on the 6, basically. I would have to look at other examples, or if someone like steered me towards um, wow. You see, it goes right through the T and the E. But it's not on the field, so it makes me think it's a strike through. Now, stuff like I've seen people try to sell things like this on eBay. Excuse me, let me rephrase that. I've seen things like this sell on eBay. They'll take arrows and they'll point arrows at it in circles and all that. You know what I'm saying? And but they're all over the place. You know what I mean? Look, we're finding them all over. Now, is it worth a buck? I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, an 82. Oh, you know what I forgot? Jeez, I'm really slipping. We're looking for The 82D large date, the 87D, and the 89D. Did we find an 89D? I mean, we're not too far in yet. Let me just check. I really want that 89D. No, we found a 98D. I'm telling you, I knew my brain was saying 8, 9, and a D, but it wasn't the 89. It was a 98. All right, well, I checked. Now I feel better. Oh, excuse me. No. Okay. So if I'm correct, this is a 1982 Philadelphia copper large date. And we're going to weigh it just to make sure it is copper, which I'm 99% sure it is. And it weighs 3.13. Oh, you're kidding me. Hold on. First of all, if this was a small day, it would be big cheese. But, oh, we're looking for the zinc. The zinc large day. It's copper. I'm going to weigh it, obviously. But you know what? That does look like a repunched D. All right, let's weigh that. Yeah, 3.1 on the nose. Let me look at that D underneath the loop. We're looking for the zinc. I don't know. I mean, it could be repunched. Man, if that was a small day, just be paid today. Wow. You know, I want it to be a small date so bad. Like I start to even say to myself, well, it looks like it could be small, but it's not. Remember, the 2 has to be like a candy cane. I've seen the small date. I've never found one, but you could look them up. They're out there on eBay. This one has nice toning and everything. 82D copper large date. That's a beauty. Yeah, they're not. They don't have. Oh, here goes the small date. Oh, look at! I can't believe this. That is so cool. So here, let me zoom in a bit. The large date looks like a candy cane or an upside down. What's that called? Umbrella handle. And the large, excuse me, that's the large date. The small date looks like a question mark. You see that? Candy cane, question mark. So if this 2 was here, right? If this 2 on the if the large date was a small date, a copper D, this would be, I don't know. And the condition is great condition. It's probably AU 50 something. It would be, I don't know if it's in the thousands. I know it's in the hundreds. I don't know if it's the thousands, but we found an 82. This is a zinc small date. Now, if this had a D, it would have been the placer, the one that we're looking to fill in the book. So I will make a little. It's so interesting how many little short videos we're going to get off this one roll, right? Again, of course, you have to really pay attention and um, no rim on the left. Yeah, no rim on the left. I'm zoomed in too far. I know. There we go. So rim, no rim. Let's check out the how it looks, how the edge looks. Right? Because you want to look out for a nice railroad rim or railroad edge or railroad penny, whatever you want to call it, which this is not. It does have a weird edge because it's missing the rim on the left. So it's misaligned, right? That's why it's missing the rim. How about the reverse? The reverse has all the rim. So it's misaligned. Also interesting. 1970D. Unbelievable how long going through one roll is taking me. So now that gets me thinking, right? If it was taking me an hour before, right? In the previous videos, it took me about an hour to go through 3 rolls, less than an hour, really, because I was doing an intro for a couple minutes and I was doing an outro bonus feature at the end. And the video was sometimes still under an hour and I was doing 3 rolls. Okay, so I'm gonna let you think about that. We're looking for the wide AM here. It is not a wide AM. Something else is there, but not a wide AM. Another 98. Yeah, look at this for him. So I'm gonna let you think about that for a minute and see if we both come to the same conclusion. Which, see, to me, this is from the collar. I think that's from the collar. I think that's like a damaged collar. Well, I shouldn't say, oh, it's on both sides. Now, does that mean it's from a damaged collar? Not necessarily. Sometimes there'll be stereotypical marks, and that will tell you that it is that era. So right now I'm just guessing, right? Somebody might know what the stereotypical damaged collar marks look like. That yeah, that's I've seen that before. Yeah, that's a damaged collar era, but I haven't seen it, so I can't say. Right, it's just a guess. Pretty cool. So if it's taken me, we're not done yet. 40 minutes to do one roll, and before I was doing, you see that there, right? That's what a die clash looks like. I don't think it is a die clash. I'm not saying it is, but I'm just saying that that's what, when you see those impressions like that, that's how a die clash looks. 81. What a beautiful toned 81, huh? Whoa, wow. What a beaut, absolute stunner. I'm going to have to look at that very closely. Oh, and the right of the, oh yeah. Hold on a second. Let me look at that. Oh, that is a die clash. Let me just check by the face too. I thought I saw something by the face. But what is it though? It looks like a flame of something. I wish I can't identify what it is. And let me check the reverse real quickly. Make sure there's nothing there. Oh, the reverse is so purple. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And let me check the obverse again. Yeah, I just wish I knew what it was. So it is it's a die clash. I just don't know what it is. You see it there? Almost looks like a Batman symbol or a flame, or someone's going to say, yeah, that's this part of the penny. So usually it's on the obverse. It's a die clash of the reverse, and usually it's the jail scent, but I don't see it. I just see that on above Liberty, right? So that's what I'm looking at. Okay, so back to the question at hand, which is why am I taking so long now if I was doing 3 rolls before in the same amount of time? And I'm not saying that the next one isn't going to be done in 15 minutes, because that's really seriously, that's what I was shooting for. I was shooting for like a 15-minute video, so that I don't lose people, with the whole attention span and all that. I'm gonna look at the S. Oh, hold on a second. But the thing is, I'm finding so many interesting. That's a 94, right? I'd like to find another 94 to compare. I see I got a 96, a 98, a 92, another 98, a 99, a 2000, and a 2006. All right, so let's look at the 96, I guess. Something weird about the S, right? Just looks. I'm not saying it just looks weird. So does the T, for that matter. All right, let's look at the other S. Are they just small looking? And of course, it has to have a dirt right there, right? It's always the same story. It's hard to tell. I'm not going to go crazy about it. It's easy to do that, like really start to micro view everything. But to me, that's the way the S should look, and the other one wasn't looking like that. 97, we're looking for the double ear. No, I don't think so. So I think I wanted to do, oh, look at that. I wanted to do content so badly in the previous videos. That I wanted to show 3 rolls. And I probably rushed through them a little bit, to be honest with you. And what that makes me think, of course, is that how many errors did I miss? I mean, I'm not going through them again. That's it. And that's what happens, right? So even if this roll, remember I talked about how I feel like that somebody was cherry picking through the roll. So they didn't, whatever they're looking for, maybe they're just looking for wheat cents, because I don't find any wheat cents in any of these, which just seems pretty odd. See, with the reflection, that's where you'll find the die clash is through the reflection. But that would really stink, because some of these errors are so small, and if you're just popping them back, man. I mean, I guarantee you, I missed errors. There's no doubt in my mind that I missed Eris. I was watching this. It has some nice blisters on it. And some other stuff going on. I was watching this video yesterday, and it's all kinds of blisters going on in here. And I'm gonna look at that real quick. And they were talking about the economy. And those two little blisters are pretty. I mean, they don't even look like blisters, to be honest with you. They look like something else. I don't know what to call them. They probably are blisters, and there's other stuff going on that's indicative of blisters. But they almost look like, like a raised something that's like the number almost. I don't know. I'll put it to the side too. And they were talking about the economy and how bad the economy is and what people are doing to hedge against inflation. And one of those things that they were talking about was coins. And rare coins and valuable coins, and how people with money to invest, instead of buying, well, not instead of buying, in addition to buying like gold and silver, that they're buying rare coins, because there's a chart, right? There's a chart for everything, right? That's another copy we found. Let me see something real quick. Okay. And they have a chart that shows 61D. Look at that. So this is bronze. This is a bronze penny, right? 59, 60, and 61 are bronze. This one could have some annealing going on. Could be that darkness. I don't know about that. Annealing is usually like reddish. Interesting though. We'll look at it a little bit closer in a second. So, and they were talking. I'm gonna look at it now about how. So the chart, right, for 61D. Yeah. So the 60 has a small date and a large date. And I never even really checked that out. Now maybe next time if I find one. And the reverse of this is the key variety. If there's any doubling on the reverse, doesn't mean they can't be doubling on the obverse. And the rate of at which rare coins increases is higher than the rate of other valuables, whatever. So I don't know. I'm just saying. So like, if the rate of gold goes up 2% a year, like rare coins goes up like 3%. So I mean, that's what they were saying in the video. I'm just looking at this with the under the loop, make sure it's not the variety. Which it is not. I'm gonna look at the obverse also, 64D. It has what looks to be like a doubling on the 4. Like there's a, it's very interesting. The 4 is very interesting. The 4 looks doubled. Let me see without the light. We can check it out. I'll do it with the light also. Yeah. Or, like maybe part of the number was broken off on the die. You know what I'm saying? The damaged die, and it just made, so you can see some of the 4 down there, but not all the 4. I'll put the light on now. See, the light doesn't help. It doesn't create that contrast that you need. It does give it a different view look. But yeah, that's what you need, that contrast. That's why I do without the light. Yeah, that's really cool. So, um, so obviously there's some pennies that are really valuable. You know what I mean? Yesterday we found that key variety. A couple weeks ago we found the key date. Now, is it gonna make me a millionaire? Is it gonna make you a millionaire? No, but I mean, as far as a hobby goes, right? If you're doing this as a hobby, that basically is free, right? Because you bring back all the pennies that you don't keep. Um, you're only keeping things that have value. And if you're doing it on a regular basis, so consistency is important. I mean, I'm just saying, if you're really trying to get ahead in the hobby, you have to be consistent. You set up a schedule where you maybe once a week you do a couple rolls. You know what I'm saying? Itchy nose. And of course you have to have know what the you have to buy the mat. I'm saying you could just write down what the key dates are. Eventually you'll learn them, right? So I mean, not learn the key dates, but you'll know that if you find, so the key dates are 1933 and below, right? So and the 1970s is the only above, according to the mat, I'm saying. So you don't really have to reference that unless you find a 1933 or below, or a 1970s, and you have to see if it's a small date or not. And then for the varieties, so you need to have, yeah, you need to know what those are. So you could get the mat. That would just make things simple, especially if you're only doing a few rolls and you got the space. And then you put to the side whatever you find that's valuable. That's a key date, a variety, a good double die. Obviously, you keep all the copper, right? You're not going to send any copper back, right? Because they're worth almost 5 cents or 4 cents. Excuse me. What is it? Yeah, I think they're worth almost 4 cents now, per penny. So you're going to keep that. That's value, right? You're getting like 4x for every one. Can't beat that. $19.89, the last year they did hand punched mint marks. There's no mint mark on this one. There is a weird thing going around the hub there. That's pretty interesting. Which of course, see, it caused the machine double die. I call that the machine double die. The machine, or the machining, or whatever you want to call it. You know, it's just it's kind of interesting though. Can't believe how many of these cents were interesting. Look at these. So these are our last four. They look all copper. I don't know if they, maybe this one's not copper. No, 97. We're looking for the double ear again. I don't think so. Yeah, so you find a few valuable pennies here and there, and you know you'll make a couple bucks. We have to look at that. See, when I see them that they look so linear, those lines, when they look so linear like that, it makes me think it's a strike through from another cent on the rim. All right, we're looking for the wide AM. It's not a wide AM. All right, let me look at that very quickly. No, I don't think so. But you have to check it out though, just to make sure. I mean, if it is, it's not. Oh man, I see. See, right there is where it looks like it's from another coin. Right there above the eye. That's where, which of course would mean the rest of it most likely is also. You see how angular it is? Look at that. And that looks like an S or something. Oh, yeah. See, the coin falls over the edge. Oh, what is? Yeah, right. Imagine that. Last coin mojo. Oh, yeah. That's definitely, it's definitely a, I shouldn't say definitely because I wasn't there, you know. It looks like a strike through to me from like another coin. That is so cool, man. Can I prove it? No. Will someone pay for it? I don't know. Maybe it's hard to tell. Oh, 94. Was this a 94? Oh man, you know, and I keep forgetting to look for the I'm gonna have to keep it in front of me. It is in front of me. The 87D, the 80. Did we find it? Hope we didn't. Did we find an 89D? Have one of those moments again. I thought maybe we found an 89D for some reason. No, we found an 89 no mint mark, actually. Right, and that's not what we're looking for, an 89D. I remember I said, oh, that's the last year that they did a mint mark, but this one doesn't have it. So the 94, we're looking for the doubling. That's the key variety on the reverse. Let me just check it very quickly. That would have been a nice ending to the show, huh? And this is a copper, most likely. Look at the bottom of the stair, how it's like lipped up or something. Huh. 71. Double dining obverse is the error we're looking for the key variety. Let me check this out very quickly, and I'm going to look at that stare on the back also. What is this? The 71 is double dining obverse is the error. Oh, that thing with the stare is very odd, let me tell you. And there's little marks on it. I'm going to zoom you in on that. Put the light on very quickly. Yeah, see, that doesn't help. Oh, maybe it does. I don't know. You see that, right? So the stare is supposed to look like, I'll grab another copper. All right. And that's how this one looks. All right. Well, we checked it out. I guess that's the important part, is just to check it out. All right. So I'm actually gonna do the bonus feature on this because I mean, at this point, it really doesn't even matter, man, because that was incredible amount of time for one roll. And if you want to check out, you can check out. Thank you for coming. I'll see you on the next one. God bless. Otherwise, you could stick around for the bonus feature. Okay. So the point from going from 3 rolls to 1 roll was so that I could do multiple videos in a day. And here I am back, just when I thought I was out, I got pulled back in. Or something like that. Was that The Godfather? No, it wasn't The Godfather. It was a different, was it? No, what was it? Not The Untouchables. I can't remember. One of those great mob flicks. And here we are approaching an hour, But like I was saying before, what it's making me think is that I was rushing. So I would rather do one. What good is doing 3 rolls if you're missing one key variety? You're talking about a coin that can be worth between $10 and $100. But you have to notice that super small, and really, I mean, I'm not going to put every coin under a microscope. But if I take my time, with my glasses on, I could see something that will allow me to say, oh, let me look at that one under the loop. What happened today was there were just a ton of interesting pennies in the roll. So I ended up wanting to look at them under the loop, and I was saying serif when it wasn't a serif, font when it's not a font. But someone will correct me, I'm sure, or I'll have to go to the website that it's called The Anatomy of a Coin, and it tells you all the different definitions. I try not to get too wrapped up in all that, but I don't like using the wrong terminology. That I don't like. That I would prefer not to do, to put it mildly. So this was a very good roll, very long video. We just hit an hour right now. Thank you for coming. Please, if you're still here, please click like and subscribe. And I got like 12 shorts to do now. I'm not doing but what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to do the significant findings anymore. I guess maybe I should do this, and if I'm not going to do another 2 rolls, I don't know. Anyway, thank you for coming. God bless, and I'll see you on the next one.